Hey, what's up? Steve here. In this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about hybrid picking, why I think it's a useful technique, and I want to give you some reasons for why you may consider to learn it if you haven't already. Some of the reasons you may have heard already, but you'll probably find this video useful for you anyway, so let's stick around. To quickly clarify what I mean by hybrid picking is where we're using a pick, our middle finger, our ring finger and our pinky finger all at the same time. So when it comes to learning hybrid picking, it is good to use your middle, ring and your pinky all at the same time. When I started to learn hybrid picking, I was guilty of just using my middle and my ring finger. So now I've started to use my pinky. It's much further behind in development than my other fingers. To name some mathy bands that use hybrid picking, I think Chan use it and the band Tangled Hair. If you do know of any other artists, then please drop a comment below. It would be interested to see. I did do a Google search, but it's quite hard to find which guitarists really do use hybrid picking, especially within the genre of math rock as well. So what is hybrid picking good for? So I've jotted down a few things here. So I've got it's good for smoother playing, playing faster more smoothly in some cases, string skipping. It allows you to play things you couldn't usually play with your pick, or things that you can play with your pick. It may make them much easier to play. And lastly, it's good for string control. If you can think of any more, then please drop a comment below. I like to think of this as a discussion, so we can talk about hybrid picking in the comment section as well. So I want to show you some examples of what I mean by these points I just gave. And these examples are great because they also double up as exercises too. And if you do want these examples, then you can head over to my webpage. I'll drop a link below and you'll be able to get a PDF of all the tabs there. If you do if you would like a lovely guitar profile, then if you head over to my Patreon page, I'll put it up there. So if you do choose to support the videos I'm making and the content I'm putting out, then in return, this is one of the perks you can get, is access to the guitar profiles. I put them up in Guitar Pro 5 format also as well. And a link for that will be also in the description. So let's get on to the examples. I've made 3 of them. The first one is an arpeggio example, and this is to show you how we can play more smoothly, playing faster, as I said in some cases, and also it's a string skipping example as well to show you how hybrid picking is useful for that. So I chose for this example part of a C major 7 arpeggio. So it starts on the 8th fret. So that's playing it with a pick. So as we play quicker, it becomes I have to concentrate more, and I'm worrying about hitting these notes in between. So if we are to hybrid pick that, then we can utilize all of our fingers. So. That way, this hand is not moving as much and it's a bit more in control. And as I am playing legato, it can sound a bit more smoother too. And as we speed it up, it becomes less of a challenge than if we're using a pick. But that's just my opinion. Maybe you're very dexterous in using the pick to do string skipping that way. I know the band Chan use hybrid picking a lot to do this kind of thing, and a lot of their riffs come off very legato. They're very smooth and very nice sounding, and they're very very balanced as well. I do like that. And the second example I have for you is based on some chords, and I wanted to show you a bit about string control and arpeggiating more smoothly as well, but arpeggiating chords, more smoothly. So I came up with this chord progression. So you may notice there that I'm plucking all the strings at the same time. So it's good for string control. If we were doing, so you can hear that kind of rake on the string with the pick. So if you wanted to sound more just, then you could use hybrid picking to do so. And also with arpeggiating the chord, you have to kind of use sweep picking to get each note to sound individual, whereas with hybrid picking, you can make it sound, each note doesn't blend into each other as much. So this is what I mean by string control. It lets you control the strings a bit better by using our fingers. So I threw together a little mathy example of what we could do with that. So it goes like this. So it looks fairly simple, but try and give it a go. I think it's a bit more challenging than it actually looks, especially with when you go arpeggiating part there. As I said, my pinky's not very strong, so I'm not very good at that yet. And also I have the bar of 5/4, and I like that bar of 9/8 because the sudden jump. Yeah, I like that jump there. So that's another use. And lastly, the third example I have here is a part from my band that I wrote, and it's got a nice triplet kind of bouncy feel to it. So it sounds like this. I'll just play it with the pick first. So there, to me it feels a bit more laboured and a bit rushed as well. It doesn't sound as smooth as it could be, and it's I'm doing a lot of work with the picking as well. But if I was to hybrid pick that, sounds a lot more smoother, and it feels a lot less laboursome for me to play that as well. And this is what I was getting at. It allows you to play stuff that's quite challenging to play with a pick more easily, or a part that you couldn't even play with a plectrum. I can't, sure as hell can't play that using just the pick. Yeah, so there's 3 examples there, and hopefully I got a bit more clarity on how to use hybrid picking and what it's useful for. So if you haven't tried it already, I recommend you jump in. These examples, as I said, are very good exercises for you to start to get used to hybrid picking. And as I said, the materials will be over on my website as well for you. I think that's all for this lesson. If you do have any input on hybrid picking, then you can leave a comment in the description. And as I said, I like to think of this as little kind of discussion board, so we can talk about hybrid picking there, and I'll jump into the comments and chat with you. If you did enjoy this video and found it useful, then please give it a big thumbs up. It helps it get out there and everyone else can see it. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, then please subscribe. And thank you for all your feedback on my other videos. It's really helping me know what people want to hear, so I'm creating this content for you. So thank you for that. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.